I was in the bathroom cutting the back of my hair, which I know you probably shouldn't be doing, but I didn't feel like paying for a little trim in the back. And I thought to myself, Miku. And then after my shower, I thought again, Miku. And then a voice in the back of my head whispered to me, all Mikus are canon. And I thought, yes, that's it. I must partake in the Mikuverse and make my own Mikusona. So this is what we'll do today, guys. We are going to make my Mikusona, which if you don't know, a Mikusona is basically your own Miku OC. You know, kind of like, I don't know. Well, the first Sona would be somebody's furry OC. Well, my Mikusona would be my Miku OC. So, let's go! And before we start, disclaimer, I am not a professional artist, okay? I'm just a drawer. I'm a drawer who enjoys drawing time to time. And also, I started drawing right when I got out of the shower, which means I didn't set up VTube Studio so I could record my face while I was doing this. You know, it's just you and my voice. And my iPad. By the way, talking about my voice, sorry, I got a comment recently. Let me find it. Where is it? I got somebody who commented, I can hear your spit low-key sad which to me is it's funny because it's such a random thing to say. Maybe with a better mic, the issue would be fixed, but I'm recording my voice on the freaking iPhone voice recording app. I can't really do much about it. I do not have the fun. If you want to pay for a new microphone for me, I would be very happy. So, you know, if somebody wants to donate, how much is a good mic? But for the time being, you're gonna have to hear my spit, and I'm sorry for that. So yeah, I'm sorry. Anyway, let's go. I went right into the sketching. I did not plan anything. As I was making it, I was hesitating between making it a Mikusona of myself or of Entxia, which if you don't know, Entxia is my little bunny with wings thing. But I thought, you know, because it's my Mikusona, I might as well make it based off of myself because I am extremely selfish. And oh no, the eyes here are way too big. Let's go cookie run OC. No. Also, by the way, I forgot to mention the art style I'm using for my Mikusona is the same as I use, and specifically the one I used for my VTuber model, because I really want this to, you know, be my Mikusona. Okay, I didn't want to use the same art style as Miku is usually in. I really wanted this to be mine, you know, my artwork, and it's my Mikusona. Now, the haircut, however, I did have to make it close to Miku's actual hair, because here's the thing, if I had made it the same way as I made my own hair, meaning a single strand of hair, unfortunately, I don't think it would have looked really good, and I don't even think we would even recognize that it was a Mikusona. I think it would have just been a random character with, well, a single strand of hair. I also tried giving her the single loop that I have on my strand of hair, but I don't think it looks really good. Also, it kind of looks like a Pinkie Pie right now, so I think it's better if we just stick to the traditional Miku hairstyle. Also, I don't know if you know, but I struggle with full body drawings, which means that I had to cut Miku in half, and we just get to see the top of her body. Actually, it's not even the full top of her body. That's like 50% of the top of her body, so that's basically 50%, 50. We get 25% of a Mikusona, so I'm sorry, guys, but to be fair, you have never seen, and neither have I ever seen, the full body of my VTuber model. I guess it will either remain a mystery, or I will one day give a full body to myself, and then we can revisit Miku and give her an actual body as well. By the way, very random, but I just realized that this is the only video out of what, maybe 10? 10 isn't a lot, but still, out of like my whole channel, this is the only video where drawing is the focus, despite my username literally being Eneko Draws. I know in my bio it says that I do more than drawing, but maybe we should start with drawing and then kind of go into other subjects. It's as if my username was Eneko Cooks, and then I would do makeup tutorials with no cooking involved. Except maybe, you know, I would cook with the makeup, but other than that, it doesn't make much sense. I'm sorry if somebody one day just came to my channel expecting drawings and saw that it was mainly video games. I'm very sorry. I hope you will forgive me, and I hope you will find joy in this video where I actually draw. Well, maybe one day I will gain enough fame to allow myself to rename my channel Eneko and ditch the draws, but for now, you know, actually, let me check what pops up when I type in Eneko. Just Eneko, not the draws. Right. Well, that is not me. Anyway, going back to my Mikusona, yes, because the video is about you, girl. I'm really sorry we forgot you there. I tried to make a little Miku version of Entxia, flying alongside my own Miku, but I didn't feel very convinced by it. I didn't even know where to put the wings, because, you know, the wings next to its face kind of looks like too much, you know, with the ponytails and the ears, it's too much. I didn't like the idea of having the wings on her back like a fairy. I wasn't really convinced. Either one day we'll come back to this project and make an actual Miku version of Entxia, but for now it's just gonna have to be myself. I'm sorry, girl. Then I went ahead and changed one of Miku's pigtails. That's what they are, right? Because I called them ponytails earlier, but I'm actually not sure what they are anymore. Well, I changed one of my Miku's bunch of hair to cover up her incomplete body because I am lazy, so I might as well just cover up my laziness with art. Now, you might notice a few of these little thingies. I don't know what they are. I don't know anything. What do I know? These little strands of hair that part and come back and just create a kind of a D-shaped space in the hair. Yeah, I don't know what they are, but I like them. They're quite delectable. So yeah, I put the 3 of those in total, and yeah, I kind of like them, and I hope you like them too. Okay, now this was before I decided to completely scrap Entxia's Mikusona, but here I changed its ponytails, pigtails, whatever you want to call them, for bunny ears. And actually, this is a great idea. I really like it. You know what? We might in the future go back to this idea because this is actually great. This is, oh no, oh what the heck, no, okay, I forgot I did that. Okay, for some reason I decided to stick Entxia's like normal face on the little Miku version, and this is actually horrifying. Ew. Now, going back to Hatsuneko. Actually, that works. Yeah, sure, Hatsuneko. Hi! Hi, Hatsuneko. Say hi, guys. So for her clothing, I decided to kind of merge my clothing with Miku's clothing, and I came up with this sweater with a collar and a tie, and yeah, sure, that looks fine. I also realized midway that I had no idea what the color scheme would be for her, so I went in with her natural hair color and then gave her ends similar to the hair color of my hair strand. And well, let's just say it's not the best color combination I've seen in my life. It really isn't. I'm just gonna skip through the clean line art part because it's honestly not the most interesting thing ever. And just like in my model, I gave a thicker outline to the drawing to emphasize the silhouette. Also, since I unfortunately scrapped Entxia's Mikusona, I decided to make him a hair accessory for Hatsuneko. Once the colors were added, we're back at the dilemma of the hair color. This time, instead of combining Miku's hair color with the end of my hair's color, I decided to make it completely the same as my hair, meaning that we have the red in the beginning and then the deeper red in the end. Hey there! Missed me? I'm just kidding. I know you didn't because you heard my voice a second ago. It's just that I'm recording this a week after having recorded everything. But I realized while I was editing this video that it seems that I don't even know what my drawings look like, because here's the thing. I inverted the colors. The base color of my hair is darker than the end. So I did a mock-up of what the drawing would look like with the correct hair color. So you'll see at the end of the video what it would have looked like. Anyway, let's get back to whatever stupid me was doing. I think these colors clash. They don't look good together. I don't like it. I even tried making the base color the same as my sweatshirt, but that was even worse. And I thought, you know what? Sometimes less is more. Let's just make it basic. Let's make it a light brown. And you know what? I think this looks infinitely better than the red or the blue. I like it a lot. I'm gonna stick with that. I don't know if you guys are gonna agree. You can tell me in the comments how you guys feel about the new hair color, but I think it looks really good, so let's go with that. Now, with all of these changes, I feel like I kind of lost the plot, because as much as this has to look like me, it also has to look like Miku, and I can't really see it right now, so let's bring in the OG. Hello, Miku. And I colored my skin to be the same as hers, but I don't know if it's the hair or the clothing or both, but she kind of looks sick. So I adjusted the color until I was happy with it and added some blush, very cute. And now bringing in another Miku. We are now going to redraw the eyelashes to look the same as Miku's. Also gave Hatsuneko the same eye shinies as Miku, and I also tried to do some weird stuff, but no, again, less is better. Let's stick with the simple. And okay, now time for the shading. As I said, in the beginning, I am a simple drawer. I do not know how to properly shade. Don't ask me anything about technique. Don't ask me anything about drawing. Actually, I happen to draw. I have hands. They can draw somewhat decently. So let's just pretend like the shades make sense. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. I don't care. But yeah, I gave highlights to her hair. And finally, here is our beautiful Hatsune. Wait, no. Wait, I just realized that Entxia doesn't have any shading on him. Let me just go and fix that up. Okay, and now, finally, sorry, I also realized I forgot to change the color of the glasses. Let me go and fix that up again. Okay, while I did that, I also forgot to add some shading to the type. Okay, now, here is the final product. Very final. We don't need to change anything else. It's the final thing. Here is Hatsuneko Miku. What do we think, guys? Do we like it? Do we think it looks like Hatsune Miku? Not that much. Honestly, I don't know that if somebody sees this for the first time, they're gonna think, oh yeah, that is a Mikusona. However, I believe, if you tell them, oh yeah, it's this person who made their own Mikusona, I believe they could see it. I believe you can see it, right? I think, we can recognize it somewhat. And for the mock-up, I didn't forget to do that. Here it is. Does look better than the inverted hair color, but I still think the brown looks better. Anyway, I hope you guys like it. I like it personally, and I also hope you enjoyed actually seeing me draw for the first time. You've seen my drawings before, but the actual process of it. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!